How you going, folks? Caught up with an old mate of mine today, Chris from Aussie Destinations Unknown, down here at the Melbourne Caravan Camping Super Show. And talk about super, you just saw his truck as you went past it. Now have a look at the new van. Chris, mate, what's been going on?
Mate, we've been creating magic, mate. Check it out, eh?
Mate, it's all big. I mean, I'm only short, but I feel really small around here.
I've got little man syndrome, mate. Look at me.
Holy dooly. Let's talk about the truck first. What do we got sitting over there?
2024 Silverado HD, mate, 2500. GMSV truck. Been amazing. We've been touring in them for, I don't know, 5 years now, mate, and there's nothing like it, is there?
Righto. Look at this bad boy.
Mate, haven't we created magic?
So let's talk about that. So you created it. How did this relationship start? And then what have you created?
Mate, we've created a flagship. You know, Sunland is an iconic brand, been around for 20 years, but we just wanted to throw a flavour to it. You know, our style, big, live big. You know, we wanted to just make a complete off-grid, off-road caravan with all the luxury, the quality that Sunland has, mate. So we've created the LTD edition, living the dream, mate. That's what it is. It's just a flagship. It has everything on it, and it's built to do the job, mate.
So what have you put on the outside? I mean, straight away, I'm looking at the push bikes.
Yeah, we're looking at the push bike box, mate, 100%. We carry out mountain bikes everywhere. We mountain bike around Australia as well. Expensive bikes, mate. We don't want them out in the open. You know, you've got dust, salt, sun, and obviously thieves. So having them locked away in a box is just a no-brainer for us. Yeah, look, mate, go on to town. It's a 4.5 tonne ATM caravan. So huge aluminium chassis under there, aluminium hybrid chassis, state-of-the-art cruise master, BCS on it, method race wheels, Yokohama tyres, you know, built to do the job, mate.
So what's the favourite bit on the outside? The bit that you find yourself standing there with your hands on your hips looking at?
I'd say the cruise master self-leveling, because I just press one button, then I just stand there with my hands on my hips, mate.
It's a bit of a Homer Simpson,
yeah,
mate.
Yeah, it is, mate.
Van goes up, van goes down, van goes up, van goes down. Don't take much to keep you entertained.
It doesn't, no, mate. I'm a pretty simple bloke, mate. You know that.
It's got wow factor. It's got street cred.
Yeah.
What's it like to tow?
Absolutely incredible. Incredible tow. You know, I've towed a lot of big vans. I've only had big vans. This thing is on rails, mate. It's absolutely on rails. You know, the big American trucks obviously do the job extremely well, but it just goes hand in hand, mate. Did you notice the colour too, mate? That's been colour matched in Germany to match the Chevy truck as well. How good does it look?
Colourblind.
Well, you can see grey then, can't you?
No, it looks perfect, mate. It really does look good on the road. I've seen some photos before we got here, but I never got up close and personal until today. So I've got to shake your hand. You've done a good job. How long was the list when you started, and how much did you miss out on the list?
Mate, we got everything in it. Absolutely everything in it. Everything and more we wanted in it.
So there's nothing you've done here that you wouldn't say, I'll make a couple of changes next time, or you got...
Yeah, taking the missus. I probably wouldn't take her next time, but...
Take someone else's.
Yeah. There you go, mate. Wise words from Macca.
Speaking of missus, I might go and catch up with her if you don't mind, and we'll see what she's done inside.
100%, buddy.
Good on your chin.
On your Macca.
Good to see you. So here we are, inside your brand spanking new home away from home, because there is no home to be away from.
This is true. This is...
How's your happiness levels?
Sky high. Sky high. We are beyond impressed with what Sunland have come up with. It was an incredible team effort. Some of the things that we asked them to do, they were like, you want us to what? But we had faith in them and they had faith in us, and this is what eventuated.
I mean, you have got a serious heap of experience behind you now. How long have you and Chris lived on the road?
This is our 5th year full time, and we did it for about probably 7 or 8 years part time before going full time.
During that time, you have worked out what you want, what you need, what you cannot go without.
Yes.
Did you just make that list up and then go to Sunland and go, can we do this?
Pretty much. This is a van, of course, for us to live in, but when we design and develop a caravan, it's not just for us. So we have everyone else in mind. So we're not going to do specific things that will work for us that are just too hard for Sunland to recreate, and for other people as well. So we do have that in mind, and we have years and years of experience of caravanning part-time, full-time, with kids, without kids, and we talk to people on the road. So we pull from that information as well as what we want and what we need, and that's what kind of turns into the vans that we live in.
So what you have and your lifestyle in the van requires a few specific things. The first one I'm going to touch on is power. I know, like, you love your cooking and that sort of stuff, but you use a lot of electric appliances.
Yes.
How did you make that marry up?
So this is our 5th van that we've had design input into. The first one, we had a 2,000 watt inverter. It's always been Enerdrive. We've always worked with Enerdrive for a very long time. We love their products. But my 2,000 watt inverter, it couldn't boil a kettle and it couldn't run my air fryer. I nearly cried. And they nearly cried because I wasn't happy.
What, your air fryer and kettle?
Yes, you can't use it. Leave me at home. And that's back when we were part-time. We weren't full-time then. And I was like, no, I want to bring this with me. And so we had a chat to Enerdrive and like, no worries, we'll swap it out for a 2,600 watt. And we put that in and we're like, okay, it's all good. It runs one thing at a time. And then moving on to the next fan that we had, we're like, you know, I don't think one PowerPoint, one appliance is enough to be cooking with. And they kind of had to think about it. And these are all men, you know, and they're like, oh, come on, be happy with what you got. Most people don't have this. And I'm like, you go home.
Oh, that's what men say about everything. Come on, can't you just be happy?
I looked at him and I said, I don't remember who it was at the time. I said, you go home and tell your wife she can cook your dinner with one PowerPoint, one appliance. No washing machine can be running. She can't do anything else in the house at the same time, just that one appliance. And he went, you've got a point there. So that's when we put our heads together and we came up with the twin inverters. So we had twin inverters in the last van, we've got twin inverters in this van, but we've wired them differently. So we can have the aircon running at the same time as...
Some would say you're wired differently, are they right?
They're absolutely right. Yes, yes. I'm as special as our power system is in this van. So I think I just want to get one thing clear. We're not campers. We don't camp anymore. We're glampers. Or...
There's nothing wrong with that.
We're full-time on the road.
Yeah, this is home.
This is home and everything we own comes with us. So even when we're in the outback, we still have our boat, we still have our snorkeling gear, our diving gear. When we're, you know, on the Ningaloo Reef and we're using all that gear, we've still got our mountain biking gear. We've got everything with us all the time. So that's why we have such a big van. And we have such a big power system because we're gasless. We've had no gas in vans for about 4 years now. I lost my 2 sisters to gas poisoning. So for me, gas really isn't an option. So we worked hard with Enerdrive to come up with a system that would power everything. So we've got diesel heating and hot water. But the power system is enough to run everything I need at the same time. And Chris can even run his smoker outside.
So you've achieved it, you've got everything you need power-wise to run everything you need.
Absolutely, all on a 12-volt system. So we've stuck with the 12-volt. Keep it simple, stupid. That's what
Why did you do that?
Well, it's simple. Anyone can work on it. If there's an issue with it anywhere across the country, it's easy to be worked on. If you increase to the 48 volts, it gets a little bit kind of touch and go with who can work on them.
Yeah, interesting comment, because I always say to people, I only nearly just got my head around 12 volt and they wouldn't change it all. I'm trying to learn again.
Yeah.
So I do get what
we've decided to stick with it. It's proven, it's tested, it's reliable. Every system we've had has done everything we need it to do and more. So with this one, we've got 5,600 watts total inverter. So we've got twin, we've got the 3,000 watt Combi Pro, and we've got a 2,600 watt. So combined, 5,600, but it peaks, I think, at like 7,000. So we do get a little bit extra for a shorter period of time. We've got 2.2 kilowatts of solar on the roof, which is stacks. So you can see we've got no hatches in the roof and our dust reduction is here. So we don't even have,
What do you run there? You run the
That's a Gusto, yeah. So we've taken the dust reduction from the roof, extra room for solar. And we've got 300 amp hour batteries, so 900 watts of batteries underneath, or 11.52 kilowatts if we're speaking in kilowatts. Because now we've got the 12, the 24 and the 48 volt. If you say 900 amp hours and then you get the 40, it all gets confusing. So I feel your pain with trying to learn it. So I'm trying to get my head around it.
See, I can count to 10 like that. If I need to get to 20, I take my shoes off.
Yeah,
and I can get to 21 without my pants on. But only in summer.
This guy.
Can't do it in winter. Now, let's talk about the layout, because I look over your shoulder and there's a room down the back there like a ballroom, but you've got a shower in there. What's in there?
Yeah. So that's my little baby. I'm actually more proud of that than anything else. That is the bathroom.
Including Chris?
Of course, including Chris. It's the bathroom, it is the butler's kitchen, and it's also the laundry. So this van is very new, it's not actually finished yet, so my clothesline's not installed, but that hangs across the top. We've got ducted heating out the bottom, we can close the door, dry all the clothes. Coffee machine lives on the bench, Thermomix goes on the bench as well. And we've got the broom cupboard over here for the vacuum cleaner.
What about this area here? Obviously kitchen.
Yeah, well, we've got a huge big kitchen benchtop once again, and we're big on keeping things clean and streamlined, so everything has a place to live. So when we arrive to our location, we don't have to get things off the floor and put it on benches. Like I use my Thermomix, I use my air fryer, then it goes back in the cupboard where it lives. So everything's always neat, clean, tidy. We've added an extra foot, so this is a 23-foot stick, so we've got a big cupboard at the front. We've got a big full-size pantry here, which is very wide. and another half-size broom cupboard there for the vacuum cleaner and bits and pieces to go in.
You've thought about absolutely everything. You've done a remarkable job.
Thanks, Macca.
If someone wants to get any more information or have a look at some more shots and layouts, where can they go?
They can go to the Sunland website or they can message us on socials. Aussie Destinations Unknown, look us up, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, or the Sunland Caravans website or any of their socials. You can pretty much find us anywhere.
Yeah, pretty much. I keep bumping into them everywhere, so
Me too.
yeah, they're all over the place. Look, a bad penny, keep turning up. Good to see you again, love.
Good to see you too, Macca.